Good morning, Runescape. There is some new stuff to go over in this blog. I still got to go over the game jam. It's such a long blog that I have not been wanting to go over it, but I really need to. There's a lot of cool stuff in there, but they've just added more about sailing and its core gameplay. June 15th, that is today, or whenever this day comes out. You got the core system, primary gameplay, secondary gameplay, territory. What is this word? You don't need words like that. We got examples. We got ship customization, FAQ, and the survey. We're just going to go past that word, bro. And we kind of went really deep on sailing, but I think this is new. They have another little thing we can scroll through here, which is kind of cool. We can click this. Yeah, look at that. So this is all new. This is all new, it looks like. Very, very cool. And you see how in-depth they're going into the skill, by the way? It's very nice to see such in-depth being added into the game, just like layers and layers, and they want to make sure that everything's right and that if we're okay with it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, if you don't know, they're going to be adding sailing soon. It was voted for, and this is the second step of the refining of the sailing skill, and they're going to be covering the core gameplay and where you get sailing XP. So how do you train this skill, bro? How do you become a pirate, pretty much? Got primary gameplay, secondary gameplay, and the word that is forbidden in this channel forever to territory. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. So let's start. So core gameplay, bro. Once you have acquired a ship from a port, either by purchasing it, building it, or stealing one, you could steal a boat? It reminds me of those old-ass commercials like, you wouldn't steal a car. Why are you pirating movies? The central theme and core system of the sailing skill is interacted with your ship as such, and you'll gain sailing XP anytime you interact with one of your ship's facilities. So fastening the sails. One of the first, or perhaps the most important interactions with a facility on your ship is fastening the sails. Damn, that's intense. That's realistic right there. If your sails are down and the wind changes direction, it will cause your sails to luff, requiring you to turn your sails to catch the wind again. This is as simple as clicking once to on the rigging of the fastening of the sails, the correct way, granting sailing XP. Luffing, these words, bro. It's EU words, bro. Will happen at roughly 30-second intervals while you sail anywhere, creating a rhythmic pattern for you to interact with reminiscent of many existing skills in the game. Once you've fastened your sails, your boat moves faster, and it will even go faster if you're moving in the direction of the wind. So there's a wind that you can go for that makes it faster, which is really cool. Seems like you're going to be clicking a lot while sailing, dude. Doesn't seem to be as chill as I first would believe sailing should be, but that's fine. As a more experienced sailor, you might even recruit NPC crewmates to fasten the sails for you. Oh, here we go. So now you can get people to do it for you, and it becomes more chill, which is nice. Many ship facilities will exist, so there will be plenty of opportunities to get sailing XP from interacting with them beyond merely fastening the sails. Outside of the core navigational facilities, they will mostly come in free varieties. So you got skilling, combat, and utility. Skilling would be fishing stations, hunting harpoon, weighted net. Seems a lot to do with just straight up fishing, which makes sense. Combat is cannons, ballistas, rams, spear. Spears. Can you imagine you get speared from a boat? And the utility would be salvaging hooks, cargo hold, lanterns, crow's nests, etc. It's cool. We're finally getting a nice detailed, in-depth view of what we're going to be doing in the future. Ship facilities are customizable and upgradable with more spots available on bigger ships. Upgrades are linear and can improve your ship's durability, speed, tuning, and more. And they will also be purely cosmetic options for accomplished sailors. Of course, bro. Of course, Fashionscape is going to go hand in hand with sailing. Going to have trimmed golden boats, probably. Mahogany logs, I don't know. So choose how to play. At this point, it's worth noting, any skill being developed in 2023 should look a little different compared to the ones created in the early 2000s, hopefully. Player expectations are exceedingly high, so we should aim for a higher standard of quality and quantity of content. In addition, these new player base is varied and won't all agree on what makes something fun, so a new skill will be multiple layers, options, and choices to train it. I mean, anything's an upgrade from the 2000 skills. I mean, you got agility to compete with. Anything's better. But I like how much responsibility they're taking to create a great skill here. So now we got the primary gameplay. So activities with a strong sailing thematic, granting XP and sailing alone are considered to be primary gameplay. And we have 5 examples. We got charting the sea, shipwreck salvaging. Oh, cool. Very cool. Port task, kind of like Slayer in a way. Ship racing, what the hell? And ship combat. I'm still excited about shipwreck salvage. It sounds like clue scrolls for seas. Man, very cool though. Very cool. Ship racing and ship combat. We know you want your choice of different ways to train, so you can expect all of these as part of the sailing skill, should it pass the green light pool. Please note that intensity, XP, and reward metrics are mostly estimates at this stage. They're subject to balancing, of course. It's not even out yet. So charting the sea. This is what the sea would... I guess I was hoping for... Can we zoom in a little bit there? I guess. So it's kind of what like the captain logs would look like. A bunch of uncharted territory, kind of like in a new video game when you run around unlocking stuff. You got Sarum Bay, Tropical Sea, Mythical Sea, Lunar Sea. So they've named all of the seas, which seems completely confusing in my mind. Because even in the real world, we only got like 7 seas? Like 14 seas and a scroll bar. Okay. So charting the seas, exploration of the Gillinor and documenting all the mysteries found within. Exploring and noting down memorable locations in your captain's log will give you a one-time reward of sailing XP. So when you unlock an area, you get XP just like a video game. Beautiful. Document the entirety of the sea, where the currents are, the types of threats and encounters, and the location of islands and more. Dude, day one's going to be like a fresh video game, because no one's going to know what to document. They're just going to be going out there exploring. Here's a shipwreck. So here's what it would look like when you find a shipwreck. You could salvage it. So salvaging will give you valuable resources and lost treasures from shipwrecks found across the sea. This is a relaxed social gathering method in which you use a salvaging hook to gather materials from your shipwreck found at the sea. Once you've arrived at the shipwreck, use your salvaging hook and wait, pretty much gathering XP and items from the cargo. Salvaging itself is a new resource that can be identified into the specific materials back at port. So you get it, and then you gotta go, what is this? And you bring it to port, and it tells you. Okay. I would love to see what we would get from this. Maybe it's new things in the game. Maybe there's a rarity. I hope so. I hope there's like a high-end items that you can get from shipwrecks for salvaging, because it just seems it'd be so much more fun if you knew you could get something great from just chilling at sea. But they don't have that listed, sadly. We just get to know you get the salvage them. Primary gameplay. So we got port tasks, low to medium, low to high, low to medium. So the rewards, experience, intensity. We got you can assist NPCs at port by delivering goods, protecting trade routes, and locating lost shipments. Pretty much Slayer for sailing. Beautiful. To begin, check out a task board at the port. You'll get to choose from a huge variety of tasks with a multiple of different requirements and rewards. Seems like you could just get lost in this skill, bro. Seems like you just have yourself a really good time. Completing a task will earn you some sailing XP, and there'll be plenty of opportunities to earn more XP during the task. You'll have 3 kinds of tasks to pick from, including courier, protection, and investigation. So courier, fill up your cargo holds as you transport precious goods. Protection, ready your cannons, is a combat one. And then, of course, track down lost ships in investigation. Tasks will scale if your sailing level, becoming more complex and lucrative. What it seems to me is that if you're a skiller pure, if you're like a level 3 skiller, you can go ahead and just do tasks that would not net you combat XP, so you can keep skilling in a low level, and I think you'd be fine. But I don't know if you're going to get your ass beat out in the sea or not. That's the question. Like, if you're a low level, do you just get demolished? I don't know. But it seems like they're making a way so that if you are a skiller, you can still have a good time. Ship racing. I wonder if there's going to be a leaderboard. A high score for ship racing. Blast, dodge, ram, and weave your way through the most perilous of ocean routes in an action-packed race against the waves. Finishing a race alone or competing against others will award you sailing XP. So it looks like you could race alone. You can compete for global times. Yeah, pretty much badass. The Barracudas, a faction of thrill-seeking sailors, have set upon a series of dangerous challenges around the sea, serving as the ultimate test of your skills. Races involve more than just clicking around the same spot. They'll feature ocean hazards, blasting rocks if you're cannon, or moving an undersea obstacle if you're salvaging hook. There will be multiple routes across the world, starting simply but getting more complex as you gain more levels. I cannot wait to watch this, bro. I want to see what it looks like, man. I wonder if it's going to be incredibly skill-based. Oh, man, that's cool. That's very cool. Some more primary gameplay. Ship combat. Fight people with ships. You got a little dude blasting his cannon out here, bro. Doing a little, well, I don't know what that arm signal is. I won't talk about that. But we got ship combat here. Fire cannons, defend from pirates, and defeat the most fearsome sea creatures. Ship combat's a massive topic that we'd like to cover in more detail at a later stage, but for now, here's an overview of what you might encounter. There are 3 requirements to do your ship combat with your ship. First, you need a target. For example, when you're out sailing, you might have come across a sea serpent. Secondly, you're going to need a weapon built on your ship and ready for action. The last thing you need is ammunition for the weapon. Luckily, you prepared this for this moment, brought some mithril cannonballs. Myth cannonballs. So it looks like we're going to have different types of cannonballs coming into the game. To attack the sea serpent, navigate close enough to be within cannon range and turn to an angle where the cannon can hit. Click the cannon to load it, blast it in the face, and get some XP. Very cool. Very cool. It feels like they're shooting for the stars. I'm just scared of what could go wrong when this skill hits. It feels like there's so many moving pieces in what we would call spaghetti coding. So I'm optimistic, but I'm like, they're shooting for so much that I'm scared something may go wrong. I don't know. We'll have to see if they let us test this out in beta or not. It's also worth clarifying, as the core gameplay loop of sailing awards XP for interacting with facilities on your ship. Whenever you use your ship's weapons to fight something, you'll gain sailing XP. However, if your normal player isn't the one fighting directly with melee, major range, you'll gain normal XP. So you could use your boat to fight, or you could just beat ass on your own boat, on your ship, and just bring something to attack with, but you'll gain regular XP. Therefore, if you're a skiller, it looks like you're probably going to be using your boat. I don't know if that'll affect your HP at all. I don't think so. Very cool, very cool. Seems like they have thought very thoroughly about this. The deeper I go into their blogs, the more thorough I believe they are doing in this skill. So we got secondary gameplay, activities at sea that involve other skills. So we got coral farming, deep sea trawling, and mineral dredging. And of course, sea monster hunting. Oh my god, so much to do. These are just 4 examples. If you have suggestions for alternatives, do let us know, as these activities impact the rest of the game and how you train existing skills. Okay, very cool. So coral farming is going to be low intensity, kind of like a farm run, it seems. Exact XP values and XP distribution between sailing and other skills has not been set. Okay. Just want to make sure they know that. So discover and cultivate various types of coral. Is anyone else thinking like my bank space is ripped? I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that with forestry. All of these new items, I can't afford more bank space. Please, game. Please, bro, give us more bank space. So, anchor your ship, dive down into the coral reefs to collect rare coral, carefully break off pieces for yourself and take them back to the mainland. And you could even put them in your very own aquarium. So, aquariums are coming to the game. Very cool. Harvesting coral requires a farming level. So, you're going to get farming and sailing XP. So, we see skills interloping here. Very nice. An aquarium is an idea for a new farming method. It would work like farming patch, where a piece of coral grows in a decorative location or a dedicated location, where what coral does is something we're keeping open-ended, but it could affect herb fletching and crafting interactions. Okay. More items, more new things. We also got deep sea trawling, ready to fish. Utilize a ship to haul much larger catches than you can land on land, or that you can get on land. Locate a shoal of fish deploying your trawler net. Then follow the shoal. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Once caught, the net is reeled in and fish can be stored in a chilled cargo hold awaiting your fishing and sailing XP. Do note, this isn't intended to replace existing fishing methods. As well, we will introduce new fish. So there's going to be new fish in deep waters. But what would they do? Would you heal more Would you heal over time? Is this going to affect PvP? I mean, with the whole new prayer metabolize, I don't know. New fish plus eat fast? I'm scared, man. I don't know. We'll see what they add in. We also have mineral dredging. Utilize your ship to dredge for precious materials and resources on the seabed. Use an enchanted metal detector to locate mineral-rich areas of the seabed and deploy a dredging net to gather valuable ore. Use a net to collect ore. Awarding mining and sailing XP and other interloping of skills. Here, higher-level dredging nets can reach deeper parts of the sea, just like with deep-sea trawling. Mineral dredging will not replace existing training methods for minerals, but I almost guarantee it'll probably be new minerals in the game. What the hell do we do with those? I don't know. Then we got sea monster hunting. We got what I would believe to be a kraken. Very cool. So hunting down dangerous creatures of the sea and slaying them for fame. You can already tell you got hunter, slayer XP, and sailing XP. Interloping again. Love that word. Reminds me of cantaloupe. So it involves an elaborate hunting process in the deepest, most dangerous parts of the ocean. Study a creature's weaknesses and find its location and lure it to the surface to take it down in ship-based combat. Upgrading your ship will help you defeat these creatures, and of course there's XP you will get, and then obviously it's not going to try to undercut Slayer XP on other stuff, dude. A number of new unique Slayer tasks will be available at sea or on islands reached by sailing. Dude, so we're getting fishing update, we're getting a crafting update, a mining update, and now we're getting a Slayer and hunting update all in one with new areas of the ocean. Plus racing. Don't forget you get to race your boats. I mean, sick, dude. It's worth highlighting again that, okay, obviously they're just repeating that. So, to territory gameplay. Sailing activities that are partially complex, serve as a standalone piece of content, or simply feel like a reward from the skill can fall under this. What do we got? Expeditions. Head off on a dynamic adventure in a procedurally, these words, I hate it so much, generated area of the sea in the new sailing activity. We got ocean raids. Dude, the best part is you can tell that this part was just recently added because there's not a lot of pictures for it, but they're continuously building. They're not just stopping. They're just going so deep, bro. We're going to have ocean raids, ship PvP, enter a lawless sea where you can fight against other players in a unique spin on PvP. There's going to be a wilderness sea area. Can you imagine you're just in the wild near the ocean part and you just get drove by like 50 dudes with ballistas just slamming you, bro, and they just ship off and you can't fight them anymore? Oh, yeah. Treasure hunts. Follow a map to discover hidden treasure out in the sea. Clue scroll expansion pretty much tells you. It is definitely going to be a clue scroll expansion. And, of course, aquariums. Cultivate rare fish or a coral farm. I don't know, man. If you're not excited about this, I feel like you're a hater. Let me know if you are for or against any of these things, though. Give your full and free opinion. You won't get roasted. But yeah, just a summary. Honestly, we'll just go over a quick summary, dude. So we got core, primary, secondary, and another word that is foreign to me, gameplay here. It seems like it shows you how to kind of navigate, fasten your sails. You got shipwreck salvaging, charting the seas. You got ship racing that's coming to the game. Combat, brother. You got combat against snakes. Hell yeah, deep sea trawling, new fishing expansion, brother. You got new farming expansion, coral farming, bro. You got big old monsters to hunt, mineral dredging, a new mining expansion. You got racing, ocean raids, expedition, ship PvP, which hopefully will go into more detail when they upgrade it. Treasure hunts, clue scroll expansion, aquariums, and more. And that is only the second kind of big blog on sailing. There's going to be way more to come. Incredibly excited. Keep up to date. Subscribe, drop a like, and I will see you guys in the next episode.